I wanted to see what was so intriguing about what made her want to run, what drove her to go out and run in crazy conditions. I asked her if I could go out for a run one day, and she took me out, and I couldn't even run a half a mile. She's trying to talk to me, and I'm gasping for air. But she kept working with me, and before I knew it, I was signed up for the Indy Mini, and then went into a marathon, and then eventually ran the Huff in 2014 was my first ultra. IT 100 was my first 100-miler. About a month after that race, I signed up for Pinhoti 100 in Alabama. 2.5 months before the race, we had the most horrific thing happen to us that any parent could ever imagine, and that was, losing our daughter in a car accident. She was 22, and Kayla was her name, and our world was turned upside down. The pain, the devastation, the emotions we went through was just heart-wrenching, and we both felt like we didn't want to go out. We couldn't go to work. Really couldn't do anything. We just felt helpless, and just wanted to quit. Just wanted to give up. 3 days after the accident, Steve Carr and Susie Swinehart came out to our house and ran a 4-miler with us. Was the hardest 4-miler that Ashley and I have ever did. I don't remember the conversations we had with them, but there was a lot of crying, a lot of walking, and we were just thankful, to have them there to try to just keep us moving forward and continue on with life. The community we live in, the people surrounding us, our good friends, our family, and our ultra running group just surrounded us and made sure that we knew that we were loved and that they were there for us. And that was so overwhelming to have that kind of love and support in our life, to help us get through that was just huge. I wanted to pull the plug on the race and just not run it. And about a week went by, and I knew that there was absolutely nothing that Ashley and I could do to, change what happened. The only thing we could do would be to just move forward, the best we could. The next month of training was a struggle. A lot of walking, a lot of crying during those runs, and wondering if I was even going to be able to get this race done. Somewhere around mile 78, it was going down a slight downgrade in the middle of the night, and I tripped on something, fell on a rock on my left quad, and thought I broke my leg. I mean, it was just, the pain was just instant. We walked into an aid station, got some ice, tried to hold it on my left quad as we continued out of the aid station on a climb. I remember having doubts. I don't know if I can do this. I might have to stop. One point, I remember just thinking, there's nothing that is ever going to be any more painful than what you just went through 2.5 months ago. I can't run with an ice pack on my legs, so it's time to get rid of that and just suck it up and not quit, just like we can't do in life.
I had signed up for Laurel Highlands November of 2016, and it was just, it was 3 months after our daughter passed away. I wanted to sign up for something that would give me accountability to get out there and run, because it was just really hard to stay motivated at that time. I did the training. I pretty much just drudged through the miles. There was a lot of grief in the running. I got the miles in, I did the training, and then come race day, I was pretty much fighting the cutoffs at every aid station. Every time I got to one, he'd be like, you got 2 minutes, you gotta get out of here. finally, at the last aid station, I had 13 miles to go, and I got there and I was 4 minutes off. It was pretty depressing for a few days, and then I ended up talking to him about it, and I said I wanted to go back that next year. So I worked hard at my training. I did a lot of hill work, and then went back last June and got it done. Finished in a good time. Running, it helps me stay grounded. The last 2.5 years, it's been, for me, more of a therapy, because there are times where I could just curl up and not get up. But knowing that how it makes me feel at the end of a run or at the end of a workout, I'm always grateful that God gave me that gift of running.
I feel very thankful that we're able to do what we do. I never want to take it for granted. There's no guarantees on how long you'll be able to do this. Just try to seize every moment, out on the trails. I've been inspired by a lot of people in the group in one way or another. Just seeing people take on new challenges, new distances. Have had the opportunity to pace 10 different people in our group over the last 3 years has been very encouraging. The way that people in our groups helped us, there's no way we'll be able to repay them for the things they did for just helping us through a time in our life that we maybe couldn't have got through.
The friendship is much stronger than just a running group.
My hope is that someone will see what we went through and draw strength from that, and be encouraged that when things get tough in life or on the trails, that you can push through it and get it done. I always like the quote that you're better than you think you are, and you can do more than you think you can.